Hey, what's going on, guys? Jay here from EasyBladeShavingProducts.com. Today we're going to teach you guys how to zero gap your Andis cordless GTX EXO T-outliners. Let's get into it. Okay guys, for this exercise, all you're going to need is a Phillip head screwdriver and your cordless machine. And I'm going to teach you guys how to basically zero gap this. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the Phillip head screws. Now you want to make sure that you're holding the blade on each side while you're doing this. I'm going to show you guys why in a minute. So we're going to remove our screws. Now the reason I said hold the machine in place is because I want you guys to see exactly how this thing works. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and remove the blade and keeping the blade together. Now I want to show you the functions of this machine a little bit just in case you run into this problem. Now when you're taking up the blade, this part can end up coming off. Don't get scared. This is just a bracket that basically holds the blade in between. It holds between this part right here. So you can always put this on and off. Now remember, it faces up this way. The brackets are going to be going like this and facing up that way. So you can always put that on. You need that on there. That's what's going to hold your blade in place. Now that particular bracket is what holds this part of the blade in between, and this part of the blade right here, basically this plastic part of the blade basically connects to your rotary. Let's take it off and show you that. So this part right here goes on top of the rotary, and that's what makes your blade move back and forth, okay? And this basically holds it in place. That's all I wanted to show you guys, just in case you run into that problem while you're lining it up and you make a mistake and have to, put that back on. So we're gonna leave that like that. That goes like that. Now to start our zero gapping on our T-outliner blade, we're gonna go ahead and loosen up these two screws. We're not gonna take them off. We're just gonna loosen them. So you wanna just crack it, crack the screw once, bam, crack it another way, boom. Now the first thing you want to do is make sure that it moves, okay? The part that's moving basically is this part right here. This is the part that's going to basically line your blade up. And it's just like any other T-outliner, guys. Every T-outliner would be the same. Every Andis T-outliner would be the same. And this is how it's going to line up. Now the objective is basically to get this back blade zero gap. That means no gap in between two blades. They're perfectly lined up with each other. That's how you want the blade. Now me, I do it by eye. If you feel like unsafe about it, you can always put it on top of a desktop like this or a table. Once you have it down like that, you can go ahead and tighten the screws, and then you want to eye it and feel it. Once it's tight, you want to feel it. You want to make sure that this blade is not coming over. To do that, you can take your finger and go across this way. If you feel like your skin is getting pulled, that means that blade is over too much. That means it's over. Your moving blade is over your non-moving blade. You basically don't want to feel anything when you go like this. It should just feel smooth and perfectly lined up. So I'm going to go ahead and perfectly line it up with just my fingers, pushing it down. I like to keep my two fingers on each side and just push it down and feel it and make sure that it's perfect. That's basically what I do. And then I hold it wherever I want it with these two fingers. And then I take my screwdriver and I tighten the blade. So I'll go ahead and tighten that. And then I go ahead and eye the blade. I look straight down the blade to make sure that it's not overlapping. Then I turn it around this way and do the same thing. And I feel it this way, and it's perfectly lined up, guys. This is exactly how I like it. Again, if you feel like it's over, you want to go ahead and loosen it up and do the same exact steps. You want to go ahead and loosen that up and make sure that it's not overlapping. That you're perfectly lined up. Again, you want to make sure that this part is on the machine. Next thing we want to do is take this part right here and make sure it goes right in between those two brackets, and then we're going to put our blade back on. We're going to push it down, hold it there. We're going to take our two Phillips screws. We're going to put one in there. Start the screw. Don't make it all the way tight. Next one. And there we have it, guys. As long as this is lined up, you want to turn it on and check it. Put it on your skin, make sure it doesn't hurt. Have your zero gap Andis T-outliner GTX EXO. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I've been hearing a lot of people have been getting them right out of the box, nice and zero gap, but unfortunately for me, coming out the box, I had to make sure I zero gapped it myself. Again, guys, Jay here from EasyBladeShavingProducts.com. Hope this video helped you guys out a lot.